Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video we are going to be going through my tips for round 8 of the 2021 AFL season. As well as that, we'll be going through my tips for round 7 and seeing how well I did last round. And if I'm going to be honest, I did even worse than round 6. It's, I think, my lowest ever score in tipping. So we'll go through the tips that I did in round 7 and also go over who I think will win for the round 8 games. So let's get straight into it. So as you can see, for round 7 I got a total score of 2 tips correct. You cannot believe that. Like, 2 tips is so bad. 2 out of 9 games as well. But you do know me, I do tip a lot of upsets during the round, so we'll go through them one by one. Friday was Richmond and the Doggies. I tipped the Doggies by 9 and they were up and about for the first 3 quarters, and then the Tigers just ran away with a 22-point win in the end. I was off by 31 points on that, so first one wrong. And then I tipped the Suns in an upset. During this game, I actually thought I tipped the Pies, so I was cheering on the Pies, and then after the game, I just went on my tips for some reason, and I saw that I tipped Gold Coast, and I was like, oh, no way. Went back on the video, and I actually did tip Gold Coast, which is crazy good. I thought I'd tip the Pies, but we got the Suns tip correct as well. So, nice. And then we got Adelaide at GWS wrong. I tipped the Crows to win this one, but I did say the Giants are very dangerous at Adelaide Oval. The Giants absolutely thumped the Crows ever since they played the Dockers. They bet the Cats in round 1, and then ever since they played the Dockers a few weeks back, they've been off. Tipped the Saints to win against the Hawks. That was my last correct tip of the round. They absolutely thumped them. And then on the Saturday night, Sydney Geelong, I tipped Geelong. Look, they were robbed. They were robbed. Yeah, I don't know if Jeremy Cameron would have definitely kicked that if the mark would have been paid. But it wasn't. And I hate how inconsistent the umpires have been with the specific 15 metres rule this season. I reckon they pay everything that's maybe between 5 to 10 metres, but they don't pay anything between 10 and 15 metres, so it's a bit dodgy, the umpires this season with that rule. Brisbane and Port Adelaide, the Lions run away with a massive win against the Power at the Gabba. Got that one incorrect, and as you can see here, for the last 5 games of the round I got them all wrong. I tipped the Kangaroos to win over the Demons, and they almost got it done. They were really in it until the last term. They were up by 19 points at halftime. So crazy good stuff from the Kangas, and they do have a lot of stuff to show during the rest of the season. Got that one wrong. Essendon, Carlton. What a thrilling game though. Like, you never see a game that has both teams scoring over 100 points like for the past few seasons. You haven't seen that. So crazy good to get a high scoring game. Still got that one wrong though. The Bombers lost in the end. Freo West Coast, we were really in this game until the 3rd quarter, and the Eagles just really stamped their dominance after a 97-point thumping in round 6 to the Cats. So we'll move on to round 8 of the AFL season. Richmond and Geelong at the MCG. This one you can't miss. You really can't miss this one. Hard one to tip here. The Cats are coming off a loss against the Swans, and the Tigers coming off a win. I'm going to have to tip the Tigers in this one. I reckon they'll get it done pretty comfortably. Let's say, actually, they usually beat the Cats by a healthy margin. So we're going to tip them to win by 22 points 2 rounds in a row. And especially at their home ground at the MCG, they should be able to get it done by a healthy margin. Giants Stadium, 1:45 PM, first game on the Saturday. GWS and the Bombers going head to head. This one's going to be a nice game. I'm going to tip the Giants in this one. Coming off a good win, the Giants, coming off a massive thumping against the Crows, so we're going to have to tip the Giants. They are actually looking very dangerous this season, start of the season. They're looking very good though. So we'll tip the Giants there. Gold Coast and St Kilda at Metricon Stadium. This one could be a very good game. These two teams always bring an absolute classic to the table. I'm actually going to tip the Suns. I reckon the Suns will get this one done. At their home ground, I reckon they should get this done. And as you can see, no upsets have been tipped yet. So, yeah, you never know. You never know with this tipping. And then North Melbourne and Collingwood, 79% have tipped the Pies, but this week it's got to be North Melbourne's week, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will actually be tipping the Kangaroos this week. They showed a lot against the Demons last game in round 7, so I reckon, yeah, and Collingwood showed absolutely nothing against the Suns, so I reckon they should get this one done by around 15 points. Melbourne and Sydney at the MCG, the D's undefeated. Oh, the Sydney Swans, though. They bet the Tigers at the MCG. Oh, this one's going to be a classic, I reckon. Do we go Sydney for an upset here? You know what? We're going to tip the Swans in an upset. Why not? We'll go the Swans in an upset. You never know, though, with the Swans. They could easily pull this one home for a win for them. And then we got the showdown, Port Adelaide and Adelaide. Adelaide in shocking form, and even if they were as good as they were at the start of the season, I'm still going to back in Port Adelaide to win this one. $1.20 to $4.50 in that game. And then the Hawks and the Eagles at the MCG. The Eagles coming off a big win, the Hawks coming off a big loss. We'll have to tip the Eagles for this one. I reckon they'll get it done by around 20 points. And then the Bulldogs and the Blues. Jeez, a lot of people underestimating the Blues. And to be honest, the Blues actually do win against the Doggies more than people think. Yeah, this one's going to be a good game. Carlton coming off a good win. Doggies coming off a loss. Oh, you can't go past the Doggies though. Marvel Stadium. Hopefully they get it done for the tip. And then Freo and Brisbane at Optus Stadium, 4:40 PM. 22% have tipped the Dockers and 78% to the Lions. Can I tip against my own team this week? I don't know. I don't know if there'll be crowds or not, but we're gonna tip the Dockers just because you can't tip against your own team. And there are our tips for the round. Richmond by 22, GWS, Gold Coast to beat the Saints, North to beat the Pies, Sydney to beat Melbourne, Port Adelaide to beat Adelaide, West Coast to beat Hawthorn, the Doggies to beat Carlton, and Freo to beat the Lions. Press submit. And there we have it. The tips are in for round 8 of the AFL season. If you do enjoy these tipping videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'm so sorry once again for the lack of uploads. I'm really going to try and get more out this week and throughout the next maybe week or two. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time in another video. Cheers.